This is the most ambitious residential development going on in San Francisco. I'm here at Yerba Buena Island, a 147-acre island in the middle of the San Francisco Bay. What used to be under the jurisdiction of the Treasure Island Naval Station is now one of the most luxurious residential developments, a mix of condos, townhomes, flats, estate homes, and amenities that rival the best of what you can get in downtown San Francisco. What's up, everyone? My name is Austin Clark. I'm a lawyer turned real estate agent in San Francisco and Marin County, and I'm going to give you a tour of all of that today and show you exactly why Yerba Buena Island is the fastest selling development in all of San Francisco. But before I take you inside and show you all the amenities in the floor plans and interiors, let's talk about why Yerba Buena Island is such a special location. Yerba Buena Island is located in the San Francisco Bay between San Francisco and Oakland, and if you're coming from the East Bay, it is after the bridge toll. So if you live on the island and want to go to San Francisco, you actually, at least for now, don't need to pay a bridge toll. And honestly, depending on your lifestyle and where you work, you don't really even need a car living here because there's a ferry that will take you to downtown San Francisco in less than 10 minutes. Less time to get to downtown than if you were living in places like the Sunset or the Richmond, for example. So if you're like me and one of your favorite things about SF is the food and shopping, you don't have to give that up if you're living on the island. And one of my favorite things about living here is being close to the hustle and bustle of downtown, but having a retreat, a reprieve from all of that if you want it. The island is very secluded, very peaceful, and it's like an oasis living here. You'd never know you were in such a major metropolitan area living on Yerba Buena Island. It has one of the most secluded beaches in the Bay Area called Clipper Cove. Extremely calm waters, perfect for paddleboarding, kayaking, swimming, just having a nice picnic. A short walk from where the residents are on the island. And the views here are just incredible, all the way from San Francisco to Marin and the East Bay, depending on which part of the island you're on. And at night, the city lights, they just glow. It's pretty special. You have to see it in person to truly understand how beautiful it is and the scale of all of it. Now, before we go inside and I show you what the interior spaces look like, I want to tell you about what property types they're building on the island, because if you're buying a unit on the island, you're not just buying a unit, you're buying into the entire vision of what they're building here, from the amenities and the residences themselves. So what are they actually building here? There are 4 property types that they're building on the island, and the first property type is the Bristol, which is a 124-unit condo complex that is already built and already selling, and it is the fastest selling condo development in all of San Francisco right now. And when I take you inside and show you the amenities and all the interiors, you're gonna see exactly why. There's also a limited collection of standalone townhomes, effectively single-family row houses with beautiful private terraces and gorgeous windows, really showcasing the views that you get on the island. There's also dedicated entrances and garages for each unit. The third property type is what they're calling the flats, single-story units in boutique 7 to 9 unit buildings. They have dedicated elevator entrances, floor-to-ceiling windows with private terraces overlooking the bay, San Francisco skyline, and just like the townhomes, super high-end appliances like Sub-Zero fridges and Wolf gas ranges. They've also got custom Italian cabinetry, marble countertops, fireplaces, and these are also in progress, so can't show you them just yet, but definitely will when they come online. And then there's a very limited collection of custom estate homes, some of which have been designed by one of the world's best and most renowned architecture and interior design firms, Adlon Darling. Adlon Darling is also designing what I think is the best amenity that's coming to the island. Not quite done being built yet, but you've got to see it when it's done. It is spectacular. It's what's called the Island Club, which has a stacked list of amenities. Gym, hot tub, pool, sauna, private dining room, library lounge, fireplaces, view terrace, massage rooms, and a game room. Pretty much everything you'd want in a private club. And the Bristol itself is stacked with its own amenities. You have this gorgeous lobby that overlooks a south-facing garden with a beautiful 25-foot tall magnolia tree, the rooftop terrace with dining spaces which you can reserve and have like sort of for a private event. The views here, I mean, look for yourself. They are absolutely stunning. There's also a fitness studio, which is a lot larger than a lot of the gyms you're gonna get in amenity buildings in San Francisco. They've got fitness classes here. It's a true full gym experience. There's also a children's play area to occupy your little ones if you need. And in case you were wondering, yes, there is parking available at the Bristol as well. So if you want a car or you're just not interested in taking the ferry, which you should be because I do think it's the best way to commute, you're able to safely store your vehicle here. So we're in a 3-bedroom unit right now at the Bristol, and one of the most common questions that I get from people, thinking about moving to the island or even visiting the island is just how noisy does it get? Because this whole development is built right next to the Bay Bridge, so the outside is very noisy, and some of the units are literally right next to the Bay Bridge. So, how quiet are these units? Can you hear the street? And the architects and the designers definitely thought about this when they were building this place and designing this place. Triple pane windows on all of the units. You cannot hear a thing from inside. So yeah, this unit right next to the bridge, if you're outside on this awesome balcony, you are gonna hear some ambient noise, right? But look how quiet it is when these doors are closed. You really get the action on these triple pane windows. I'm in a 2-bedroom unit now at the Bristol, and with all the landscaping and the views and how quiet they are, these places really feel like an oasis, especially when you compare them to a lot of places in San Francisco. Like so many century-old buildings in San Francisco with no insulation, single pane windows, aligning, pretty busy streets. These places are nothing like that. Units here range from studios all the way up to 3 bedrooms, and no matter what type of unit you're in, you're gonna get super tall ceilings between 9 to 10.5 feet, depending on which part of the units you're in. And in addition to those ceilings that make these spaces feel incredibly large, you get these massive floor-to-ceiling glass windows that really capture the views, both towards the bay and the interior courtyard. And they went all out on the finishes here. Hart Howerton and Edmonds & Lee did a beautiful job on these spaces. Custom arc linear cabinetry, Dornbrock fixtures, white brush oak floors, Carrara marble bath countertops, porcelain tile, Toto toilets. The primary bathrooms have Carrara marble walls and standalone tubs. They're gorgeous. And my favorite feature, they come with gas cooktops. One of the last new residences that has gas in SF, which is great for someone like me who loves to cook at home. You cannot beat a gas flame cooktop, at least in my opinion. So how much do units at the Bristol cost? They range from studios to 3 bedrooms. Studios start at around $600,000. 3 bedrooms just shy of $3 million, with HOAs ranging from $1,400 to $1,700 a month. And certainly not cheap by any means, but when you compare that to similar buildings with similar amenities in downtown San Francisco, it's certainly a lot less expensive. And when you consider all the amenities that you're getting, the park spaces and clubs at the island, you really start to see the value proposition. If you want more information about pricing and different floor plans, whether at the Bristol or at the other residences that they're building on the island, definitely reach out to me. New construction, pricing and availability is changing constantly, so the best way to get the latest information is to reach out. My contact info is in the description below. All right, so if you've made it this far, chances are you're thinking of moving to San Francisco or finding your next home in the Bay Area. I moved to the Bay Area over a decade ago to work as a lawyer before getting into real estate, so I know how tricky finding the right neighborhood can be, especially in a place like San Francisco where there are over 80 different sub-districts. So if you want more information about different areas, want to know what's good, what's bad, or what the right fit is for you, I made another video where I rank in tiers a bunch of different of the most popular and some not so popular neighborhoods in San Francisco. Go check it out. I'll link it in the description below. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.